Hello, my name's Bertie Gilbert, and this is how I made my first short film. The short film in question was entitled Stray Dog, and it's about a boy called Milo who, after getting dumped at a Halloween party, begins living his life in a state of depression and anxiety and only talks to a physical representation of his subconscious. Now, like everything ever created by any human ever, it started as simply an idea, and that idea was to make a film about a boy who is depressed, about a girl, simply, and all the other ideas kind of formed over time. The basic concept for this film, i.e. boy, subconscious, time travel, came into my mind probably late 2012, and, over that year to when it was actually made, I was kind of, bouncing between different ideas and deciding whether or not to write it, when to write it, doing different drafts and stuff, and eventually I created a story that I was happy with, and we began production. So after I'd written the film, it was time to enlist the help of some crew and some people to basically help me because, I'm not a camera operator, I can't do sound, I don't know anything about lighting, so I got some people to do that for me, basically. We had my good friend Alex Odom as one of the directors of photography. He focused on actually holding the camera and shooting the thing, and it was really good. Alex is a good friend of mine, but we definitely gotten closer since working on the film, and he's got a very artistic eye, and he was really good. And the other director of photography was Kieran O'Brien, and you've probably seen him. He shoots a lot of stuff on this website here, and he specialised in lighting and bringing loads of equipment and basically making the film look as pretty as it possibly could. My pitch to Kieran at the beginning was that I wanted loads of lights, but I didn't want it to look like there were loads of lights, and I think we achieved that. It's got a nice cinematic feel, but it doesn't feel overdone, so I was very pleased with that. Thanks, Kieran. I also had my friend Sam Kaplar as camera assistant and additional sound, and he was an extremely professional guy to work with, and he was really good at kind of keeping all the equipment in order, and he also was my double at one point when going down the corridor, so thanks for that, Sam. We also had my good friend Ryan playing beside me as the friend. Character didn't have a name, and he definitely added a real nice essence of dry humor to the film, and most of the stuff he said was completely improvised, and I'm super pleased with Ryan's performance in the film. He doesn't seem super pleased with it, but he's one of the best parts of the film, so thanks for that, Ryan. Outside of the on-set crew, I had my friend Ollie Newport to do sound, and then Kieran did the colour, me and Alex edited it, and then it was ready. After I released the film, the reception was pretty much all positive, and that was a big shock because just before uploading it I wasn't sure. I had the kind of pre-film release jitters, but the reception's been so intelligent, so enlightening, and even the stuff that's negative I really like reading because I can learn from my mistakes and I can make the next film better. So thank you very much for the people who watched it and liked it. Now, some people had some questions regarding aspects of the film which I thought I would comment on now. The clone that Milo speaks to throughout the film is a physical representation of his subconscious, and you notice that he's always kind of having opposing opinions to Milo because that's kind of what inside is what he's saying to himself. It's basically, I didn't want to have a narrator, but I also didn't want Milo to open up to anyone else. I didn't think the character would realistically talk to anyone about his depression. So I thought, why not just have him talk to himself? Why not just have us listen in on his thoughts, but have that physically represented to us? So that's why that's there. And I'm really happy with it. And I like the way he wears the Halloween costume the entire time. Originally there was going to be a part where by the end the subconscious is wearing different clothes to symbolise Milo getting out of that mindset that he was in at the party, but basically we didn't have time, and it would have seemed a bit gimmicky, and I think people got the idea as to why he was wearing the Halloween costume the entire time. The reason there are no people at the party, like I said, is because it added some kind of mysterious eeriness to the film. People were kind of, it felt empty, it felt lifeless, it felt like probably how Milo was feeling. And I'm really pleased with the fact that it didn't have many people. I like the small cast. I'm really pleased with that. All in all, I was extremely pleased with the film and the people that helped me make it. It wouldn't be nearly as good without those people. And I'm basically just extremely excited to get to work on the next film, which I'm writing right now with my friend Alia, And I'm not going to tell you what it's about, but it'll be longer, it'll be better, and yes, thank you for enjoying the film, and see you for the next one.